last year we learned a little bit about marketing. We learned about the 4 P's of product, place, price, and promotion. We learned about slogans and logos and jingles. This year in 5th grade, we're going to focus on the pricing part of those 4 P's. So again, just looking at the pricing, how do products get their prices? How do companies decide where those prices come from? First, we have to understand the word value. Okay, understand the word value. Now, everybody applies a different value to a different item. First, talk to your neighbor. What is the most you would spend to purchase a new notebook? What is the most amount of money you would buy on a new notebook? You probably both came up with different answers. Every person places a different value and a different amount that they're willing to pay for the same product. Okay. So everybody's willing to pay a different price. The key to putting a price on a product is understanding the value that the buyers place on that product. So maybe a new notebook is more important to me than it is to you. So I would be willing to pay more. So the consumer, the business needs to know that the consumer would be willing to pay more for that product. Therefore, they can make the price higher. How do we make those decisions? Let's look at an example of a shirt. So this shirt in the picture costs $4 to make it. Okay, so we as a company are paying $4 for this shirt. We're going to sell that shirt for $10. Excuse me. Turn to your neighbor and tell them how much money we just made by selling the shirt for $10 that we only paid $4 for. If you said $6, you were correct. So we have made $6 on this shirt. Our price markup turns up to be 150%. Okay, what that means is if we take the 10 minus 4, we get the 6, and divide that by our cost of $4, and it's 150. Would lowering the selling price from $10 to $7 sell more shirts? Ask your neighbor. Do you think our total profit would increase? If we were to sell this shirt for $7 and it still cost us $4, then we're only making $3 per shirt. But let's say we sell 10 of them. Then we've made $30. If we go back to our $10 per shirt and we make a profit of $6 and we sell 10 of them, we've made $60. However, if we were able to sell more shirts at the $7 rate, then our profit might be a little higher. These are the decisions that a company has to make when they're putting a price tag on your clothing. So, some things that affect the pricing. The first one is supply and demand. Okay? Sometimes we have a big demand for a product. Everybody wants this specific product. But maybe we don't have enough on the shelf. Maybe there aren't enough products to go around. So then the companies are going to make the price go up a little bit higher. When was the last time you or your parents overpaid for a product? Why? Sometimes different areas have what are called peak and off-peak rates. Sometimes those peak and off-peak rates have something to do with the season. For example, during the winter, skis are probably a little more expensive than they are during the summer. They have those peak seasons when they can raise prices because everybody's going to go buy them. Or they have those off-peak seasons where they're going to lower prices because there aren't as many people purchasing the product. Another thing that affects our price is the cost. How much is it costing us to create that product? We want to make sure we make a profit. And the competition. If we look at television, if we look at Verizon versus Comcast, they both are in fierce competition with each other for customers. They both offer the same service for totally different prices. So customers need to make that decision of which one they're going to go to first. When a company puts a price on a product, they look at all three of these things all together. Now, some things that companies do to prices. First, odd and even pricing suggests bargains. If you think about Walmart is very famous for this. When things are $9.97, it's not $10. It's $9.97 because $9.97 sounds so much cheaper than $10. It's only 3 cents. But in our brains, it sounds cheaper. Prestige pricing suggests exclusiveness. So if you think of those schools like Harvard and Yale, they are extremely expensive, but they also have that air of being better than other schools. Multi-unit pricing. So if you can buy something, 3 of these for 99 cents, 1 of them for 33 cents. If you're looking at that, you're like, oh, why would I buy 1 when I can get 3 for $1? Pricing things in multiples sometimes gets consumers to buy them in multiples. Bundle pricing, an all-inclusive trip, airfare, meals, admission to wherever it is you're going. Bundle pricing. Promotional pricing. So a lot of times around the holidays, certain prices will go up and certain prices will go down. But if you package something for a holiday, sometimes you can make the price a little bit higher. Discount pricing based on quantity. Maybe we have too many of something and we need to get rid of them. Seasonal items. At the end of Christmas, you can go and buy wrapping paper for really cheap prices. Once you're finished watching this video, please work with your partner to answer the questions on the handout that can be found in your folder. Put the finished handout in the inbox on the shelf above your head. If you complete all of that, please find something to do quietly.